Hola! ¿Cómo estás, people?
You know what I just realized? Like, my character's a serious goner. Stay. I probably shouldn't have got that happen. Well, you can talk to him, dude. I have to fix everything. Stop talking. It's reconnecting. There you go. You're all right. You all right? I had to connect my mobile data to the house, which we are currently walking away with makeup. Okay.
I don't mind.
Let me tell you this. So you think my makeup took like what 30 minutes?
Yeah.
You know, I don't do everything. When I had it like all horror and gore when I first started, I was thinking, well, we'll do like all kinds of fake blood dripping down, and let me tell you, that stuff burns sometimes. It took maybe an hour, hour and a half. Just doing this, which it looked pretty good, some of the better stuff, took like 30. Him, I had to do it 3 times. Because the first time I did it, he went like this, and he stuck his hands in the makeup. And he just went, oh shit. And I looked at him, like, what? And I look over, he had messed up his makeup. And I was this close to beating him with the broom. That close.
I messed up the makeup even more.
Yeah, and then about 20 minutes, like not even, more like 5-6 minutes later, he messed it up again. So again, I had to clean off his face and redo it.
Because I'm not used to having paint on my face.
Yeah, he ain't that bright, clearly. No, it's not that he's not used to having paint on his face. It's that he can't resist the urge of touching his face. And even right now, it's messed up right there. Because
That was not me,
he keeps
actually.
touching his face.
I haven't touched my face,
Well,
actually.
you touched your face. You know you have.
I haven't touched my face.
Okay, which way you want to go? Straight or to the left?
I do not care.
Pick one. Oh, there's him. We're going left. So, just talk to him, I guess. The whole, like, 0 people. It's gonna be like our inside joke. Just be like, yeah, when we were starting out, nobody watched. We were so pathetic.
Yeah.
I don't have my ring on. My fiance's gonna kill me.
She's joking.
Yeah, I am. No, I found a ring in my room when I was cleaning it the other day. So I stuck it on my ring finger because that's the only finger it fit. You know, the one that makes it look like you're engaged or you're married. Funniest thing. I'm walking with him earlier in the ditch. And I looked out and was like, huh, I must be getting married. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I don't know who would want to marry me. I'm pretty messed up.
It's true.
Now watch, by the end of this, I'm going to have people shipping me with other people.
Don't do it with me, please.
Oh, God, no. Known him for years. He isn't even my best friend. Sorry to say that.
It's okay.
Well, I don't really know. You never met my best friend. So, I'm going to tell you a little story now, and I might cry. So, you know, when you're starting out in high school, it's immediately tough. That's just life. My life got worse. So, it was, you know, the whole 7-period schedule. During second hour, it was me, my best friend Sebastian, and his aunt Jackie. I guess it would be aunt in, I don't know how that would go, but his dad married her sister. It was strange. So, well, what ended up happening is we all got put in that class together. It was photography or something. It was like it was December 15th, 2014. I remember that date so well. And he didn't show up, you know. In his life, gone. Well, his family, saddest thing ever, one of them, was planning on going to Disneyland for Christmas. So I figured, you know, it was like a Thursday. In 2 days' time, 2 or 3 days' time, I don't know. Can't remember the day. But, you know, in a couple days they're going to Disneyland. So he's probably at home. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. So, you know, I'm not very tall at this point. Like Jaden's like what, 6 foot something?
5'8".
Really? Is that all? Oh god. I'm like 5'2", 5'3" at best, if that. But I'm still spiky. I will destroy you. Up where we left off or not, but if it does. If not, here's the second part. So, what ended up happening was we're just gonna walk really slowly at this point.
Yeah, I didn't pick up the.
So this is part 2, I guess, to the story. So what ended up happening was third hour. I can't really remember it. It was kind of a blur that day, I guess, after I found out what happened. But third hour, I can't even remember what it was, but I think it was like English. Didn't pay attention to it. Didn't really care. Come fourth hour, which is my physical science class, I'm in there with, I think, like one other person that I actually know and get along with. I don't know, there might have been other people. Some of them might live in this area, and if they do, screw them. I don't talk to them. For many, many reasons. What, you're gonna watch this and come after me? Just gonna die. So, come fourth hour, like middle of fourth hour, teachers get that call over the intercom. Teachers, there's a very important email we need you to read. I'm sitting there, oh great. They're gonna make us do more tests. You know, every student's worst nightmare. I was wrong. I kind of wish it was more tests now. So he prints out this paper and he walks to the front of the classroom. Who knew Sebastian Smith? And my heart stopped. And he's like, he died in a car crash this morning. And I just like flat out, like, I don't cry a lot. Like, I don't think I've cried since that day. Have you ever seen me cry?
Not really.
Never cried. I almost never cry. And I started full on bawling. Like, in the middle of class, which is a horrible thing to do. Just flat out started crying. My sister, this made matters so much worse. Her and her friend, and you know, like, hold on. Hold that right there. I'm skinny and short. My sister is skinny and a little bit taller, maybe like a foot, if that. Not even a foot, more like 5 or 6 inches. So, her and her friend, who's maybe a couple inches shorter than me and skinny, come running into the classroom crying. This makes me feel horrible now. And they're bawling and they come running over to my desk, and you haven't lived until you've had something like this happen to you. And, you know, people try to comfort you, but they're crying harder than you are, and it just makes it so much worse. So much worse. So, I'm crying. They're crying. Like, after 5 minutes, they just get up and leave, crying. And then the student aide had to literally help me, like, grab my stuff and, like, call the nurses to come get me out of there, because I couldn't move. I was, like, frozen, just crying. And I feel horrible, like, confessing this, because I'm, like, the big tough person in this group, and I, like, broke that day. And I don't think I've really ever been the same since, because, I mean, he was my best friend. And then my other best friend freaking moved to goddamn Japan. Air Force. Freaking Dylan. I stole his jacket, though. Ha! So, yeah. And, like, I get there's a bunch of really worse shit going on right now, but just to be, like, 15 and have your 14-year-old best friend die. The morning, like, 2 or 3 days before Christmas break, which is 2 weeks. What are you stopping for?
I am a broken person.
How do you think that feel? You can tell your story next. This is like confessions.
I have never cried.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't cry at my dad's funeral. I didn't cry at my grandma's funeral or my grandpa's funeral.
Okay, well, hold on. Okay, Jaden's gonna start.
I am broken.
Continue. You got the whole, like, 0 viewers. God, this is gonna suck later on.
And then one of my mom's friends that also seems to be my friend gets in a car accident and dies. At his funeral, no tears.
Oh my God, the memorial for him. That was, like, the saddest thing ever. Scott, me, and we're, like, in the back. Me, his aunt-in-law, her best friend, 3. I gotta, like, think of how many people there. So, that's 7. No, that's 6. Ugh, that idiot showed up, and I'll tell you about that idiot later. Freaking stalker, I swear. Like 8 of us, 7 or 8 of us, give or take, are sitting there in the back, and I'm like, I can't cry at this point. I just sat there in shock at his memorial, my best friend's memorial, and I just sat there straight face, just like, I don't know what to do. And I just sat there, and and they were like leaning and crying on me, and I just stood there. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then afterwards, like, they were all hugging me, and I didn't even go and talk to his parents. I felt so bad about that afterwards. I could have at least gone to talk to, the people who I've known for like 4 or 5 years prior to this, and I couldn't even talk to them. And then his sister, oh my gosh, his sister was the one who was driving, and she was pretty messed up afterwards. But long story short, no Disneyland, and I just haven't been the same since. What the hell's that? Oh look, a carton for cigarettes. Do you think it's got any? Probably not with all the smokers around here. Fire ants. But it was messed up. So, do you have any funny stories now that I feel like all kinds of depressed and feel like crying? Joey?
No.
Okay, well, let me tell you about my stalker. Not his sister. Not this time.
Oh my gosh.
I feel a little better now.
She's kind of a stalker, man.
She doesn't. Does she know where I live? Oh, she doesn't know where I live. She came to the graduation party. Crap. So back in like 6th grade, I'm like this tall, give or take. I don't know. I'm not very tall. I need to like work on that. I swear to God, Joey, I will hurt you. So this kid, it was me, my best friend Darby, our other friend, I can't remember his name now. I probably shouldn't be giving names. Me, my friend, and our other friend who was a guy. Can't remember. I think it was like, started with an M or something. Met this one kid. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to throw him out there to the world because I feel like he was my stalker. It was really scary. Kind of traumatizing too. If I saw him again, I'd probably hit him in the face. I've changed.
No, you have not.
Oh no, I wouldn't. Back in 6th grade, I wouldn't have hurt a fly. Now I genuinely kill things for fun. Well, not for fun, but something.
You.
Yeah.
Not hurt a fly in 6th grade.
I know, right?
I'm gonna have to say bullshit.
Actually, ask Darby. Back in 6th grade, I was like a sweet little kid.
Bullshit.
And then high school happened.
Bullshit.
Nope, it was true. Get inside car. So, he had just moved there, had his little brother. Car. Dark car. Had his little brother and his mom and his stepdad, I think it was. Well, his stepdad was really, not a very genuinely kind person. Not a very nice person at all, to be honest. Oh, look, we're coming up to the RV park. I like their house. Theirs is like the nicest out of this entire trailer park. I don't know why. But, anyway. Get back to my story and stop, squirrel. So. Just gotta take a look down here. So, we're all hanging out. And he gets my other dude friend's attention. We're gonna call him, we're gonna call the stalker kid Jimmy, I guess. And the other one, Dave. Because I can't think of names. So me and my female friend are sitting there. Are you getting another text from your sister? Anyway. Ooh, you're so in trouble, aren't you?
Probably.
He doesn't care, do you?
I'm gonna get called by my mom and she's probably gonna be pissed.
We should probably walk out to the house then. Anyway, so.
That's not gonna be good.
I told you to get her permission this time. I swear I did. Did I not? Didn't I message you, get your mom's permission? He doesn't have his mom's permission at my house. He's supposed to be home. But he's brilliant, isn't he? Anyway, so. He's screwed. Anyway.
Probably.
Bike. You're into more cars than you do bikes. That's like once in a lifetime opportunity to trip him. Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah, so Jim wants to talk to Dave. They walk off. So me and my other friend are like getting bored, and it's almost the end of recess, and Dave comes back and he's like, dude, that guy's like head over heels in love with you. And I was like, huh? I never had that problem before. This is like the first problem. It was very traumatic for me. It's very messed up. He's like, yeah, he wants to make a love potion. I was sitting there like, oh my god, this kid's nuts. You know, little 6th grade me immediately thinking, oh my god, this kid's nuts is not a good thing. So he followed me around everywhere after that. And I mean everywhere. If we weren't even in the same class, at one point I got out of class to go, I got called out by one of the teachers. You know, this is 6th grade, we only had the one teacher. But I had left something in like the music room or something, so I was getting called by that teacher to go grab it. So I was walking in the hall, just minding my own business, and suddenly somebody like hugs me from behind. And you know, 6th grade me spazzes out. Just flat out spazzes out. Starts flailing, and he lets go, and he's like, it's just me. And I'm sitting here like, oh great. And it's the kid, it's Jim. And I'm sitting there like, oh god, shoot me now. Have a fire drill for all I care, just get me out of here. I wasn't lucky. He followed me over. He's like, yeah, I saw you leave your class to the music room. Did you get that I left there? Back up. So it was kind of scary. Well, after that, he moved away. So I was kind of free for a little bit, and everything went back to normal, and I totally forgot about him. Then 8th grade year, he moved back, and we had math together. And it was like right after lunch, and I don't know like what was up with him, but he decided on his first day back that he went in and talked to the teacher, and he sat right behind me. And we got like two desks, all the way back. There were maybe like 30 of us in that class. So I'm doing my work, and all I hear is heavy breathing, and I'm sitting there like, I cannot live like this. So then he moved away again. No, wait, he didn't move away this time. That was kind of scary. So freshman year comes around, and he wasn't there for the whole, no, he was. Well, he dated all my best friends. Like, 1, 2, like 4 out of 6 to 7 of my friends, he dated him. And he just kept asking me out, and I'm sitting there like, dude, every single time the answer's gonna be no. He didn't understand anything at that point. Like, even all my friends knew I wasn't interested in people. I still ain't. But all I ever got was, will you go out with me? No. About ready to smack him. So after December...
Call me if she's home.
I think Viola just said that to get your attention and get you back there. That or your mom doesn't mind. Which I highly kind of doubt. Aren't you going to get kicked out for this or something?
As long as I don't lie.
You were over at my place hanging out.
Truth.
It's not like I'm a bad person. I mean, I'm a little psycho. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kind of messed up, but like not in a bad way. Not like doing drugs, drinking alcohol at 19 and getting the cops called on me. Although it wouldn't matter if I got the cops called on me. My dad's like friends with all of them, which makes driving around town a pain. Anyway, so, you know, December 17th rolls around, and I'm miserable at this point, and I'm hugging my friend, my female friend. She didn't really hang out with our group, and I was like really attached to her for some reason, and I still don't know why. And she's got a girlfriend, which that's all cool. Like, we're full on supporting that shit. Let people be who they want to. Oh, look, a tiny bird attacking a big bird. Oh no, that's the other way around. That's a hawk. Did you see that? That hawk almost hit the bait. Anyway, just keep walking and act like nothing happened. So, you know, that day rolls around. I'm holding on to her, and I'm not letting go. And it's just like, I think 4th hour, and then it was lunch, so it was one of those block days. So it was like 4th hour, and then 5th hour, and then lunch. All of 5th hour, I sat in the nurse's office, just in shock. I didn't talk to the therapist. Well, I talked to the therapist a little bit, but I didn't talk to her. I just sort of sat there like, oh shit, this is real. gonna wake up anytime soon or something, like thinking it's a dream. Because, you know, that's typical thing when that happens, I guess. So, he walks up and he's trying to hug me from behind. And they can all tell that I'm starting to get annoyed with him. Ooh, Mom? You alright? Jaden? Do you want me to end the live stream?
No, I'm good.
Was it your mom?
Nope, Mama.
What'd she say?
Yes, and she's pissed.
So why isn't she calling you?
I don't know.
Ooh, oh no, she's gonna come down here and get you. Guaranteed. You should have told her where you were going today. I told you to tell her.
She's gone before you could tell her.
Why didn't you tell her yesterday? We actually originally planned to hang out yesterday, but we never got to.
Go.
He's on the phone with his mom. He's in a lot of...
Loki's?
Yeah, was...
Yes. The phone things? No, I did not. Yes, I did not take them out. Should I have? Sorry about that.
I'm awkwardly
Sorry.
saying hi. I can hear most of what she's saying. I've never had this problem with parents before. Mine are very like, chillaxed.
9.
9. I don't want to lie.
No. No. This morning.
I kind of want like some ramen noodles now.
I will.
Oh,
I
a
love you
random
too.
truck. Mm.
Bye.
Oh, it's 4 Rivers. I don't know who they were, but I waved anyway, so...
Didn't ask me to come home.
He's gonna twist the words. She didn't technically say it, so I don't see what the problem is. So, what was the thing about the phone things? What was that about?
Did you see the phone things in the back of my car?
Oh, I was wondering what those were. You were supposed to take them out, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did she tell you directly to take them out?
Not this morning. She didn't tell me.
See, this is what's the problem with everything right now. Like, I'll get back to my story in a second because he had, like, this awkward phone call, but... You know, parents expect us to remember what to do, but we're teenagers. Like, I've had so many hits to the head.
Ask me.
I've had so many hits to the head that I can't remember half the stuff my parents told me to do. So I told them, hey, look, if there's something you want me to do today, because I don't start college till next year, write it down. Because I will not remember if you tell me. No matter how many times you tell me, I will not remember at all. Anyway, back to my story. So, where was I? Oh, yeah, so he's trying to hug me, and I'm getting annoyed. And, you know, I'm holding on to my friend. And at this point, I'm starting to get really annoyed that he's behind me, hugging me, and touching me, and being near me in general. I'm not a very big people person. If I get to know you and I'm, like, friends with you, like, I'm friends with him. I don't know if he's on the camera right now, but I'm friends with him. And, it's like an honor, I guess. I don't know. But if I get, like, really close and I'm actually okay with hugging you and you, like, hanging on me, that's, like, very rare. I think there's only, like, 2 people that can do that to me. And, no, wait, 1 person. 1 person can do that to me. And that's this friend that I'm talking about. And she's like, telling him, dude, go away. She's not happy as it is. You're just taking her off more. He's not listening. I turned around and hit him square in the nose. On accident, I just spun around and looked, and, you know, was there, and he saw what happened, and he heard them all telling him to get off of me, and I turned on him in the nose. It gave him a nosebleed, and I didn't really feel bad afterwards because he kind of deserved it. I mean, he was really freaky, but hey, look, they got the big rig going. I was getting annoyed at this point, like really, really annoyed. So, you know, they didn't really blame me for hitting him in the face. So, it's like 30-minute stories right now. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot get I just take forever to tell everything. So, after that, I think they moved away. No, he started going to CYB after that incident. His stepdad was really messed up towards him, though. He has like 2 little sisters or something too. But I turned around and hit him square in the nose with the back of my hand. Complete accident. Still kind of funny. Complete accident. But I was just so annoyed with him. And so then I went back to hugging my friend. And at this point, like, I'm crying into her shoulder. She's standing there like, I don't know what to do. Like, class is gonna start soon. And Lopers just said, I think I spent the rest of the day in the nurse's office with my friend. And all the rest of them, like, most of them went home after that. But my mom worked at the preschool. And my dad was all the way in Aztec. I couldn't just ask him to go down into the ditch. I couldn't just ask him to drop me to take me home. I wasn't gonna do that. Besides, he would have laughed at me anyway. So, ice. So, oh hey, look, I left that bucket down here. So I was like crying and stuff. And then at the end of the day, I had to get on the bus to ride it halfway to Aztec and then all the way back to Bluefield to get dropped off. So I didn't go home. I didn't get dropped off till like 5:30, and then walking up my road, mile-long road, was like 30 minutes, if that. And you know, me in a good mood, I can do it in like 30 minutes. Most of the time, 25, 30 minutes. It took me almost an hour just to walk all the way home. And my parents were just sitting there like, oh God. And I just really haven't been the same since. But we're probably going to end this live stream here because we're currently in my ditch. What is this? Joey, pull that off. But we're like in the ditch now.
Pot. I have a pot.
I remember that. I threw that in here. I'm a very aggressive little person. Anyway, to the 0 viewers out there, subscribe, like, and comment what you want us to do next with our lives. Later. It's not ending. Oh, yes, there we go.